That's the first and foremost. You have to come into the awareness that somebody wants to call you out of your name. Somebody wants to swear at you, or somebody wants to actually make you feel significantly smaller than where you are currently standing right now. Whatever you are feeling emotionally, if you are feeling contentment and peace and joy and happiness, or whatever you're feeling, and somebody decides to say something verbally to you which makes you believe you are a little bit smaller than what you were 30 seconds ago, that person has disrespected you. Even if they said, listen, it's just jokes, it's just banter, you can't take a joke. No, I can't take disrespect. If you have somebody who has disrespected you verbally, that is abuse. That's the first level of abuse. Yeah, they didn't give shit about your feelings. They wanted to make your heart upset. Once you understand what your heart is and how sacred your heart is, and you safeguard your heart, you are more easily able to identify when somebody disrespects you. When you safeguard this heart, the sacred heart, the heart that is enveloped and created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is a sustainer of the heart. When you safeguard this heart and somebody disrespects you, and you understand that He is the one who safeguards your heart and He is the one who created it, when you understand that, when you experience some level of disrespect, you are a little bit more aware. You realize, I don't care if it's banter, this is rude. So you have to come to this understanding. Adam, you need to chill, yeah? You have to come to this understanding that you have been disrespected because this person doesn't respect you. It starts there. It starts at when somebody tried to come at you sideways. Yeah, they didn't even come at you straight. They didn't come at you straight by saying, oh, you're ugly, or you're this, or you're that. They came at you sideways and said, you know what? Your lashes look like you got spiders on there. You got spiders as for lashes. I'm just joking. It's just banter. I'm just using a stupid example here. Yeah. Do you see? They came at you sideways. They didn't come at you direct saying, listen, your lashes are triggering me. No, your lashes, spider, sideways. Yeah. It's easy way to come through to you is through the side, because if you come at somebody direct, this confrontation is going to be a situation, right? So first somebody has to come at you sideways to break you down, to make you feel small, to make you feel less than. When you start feeling small, less than, because they've come at you sideways at every angle, now you have been destabilized. Now they will come at you direct. So when you are at that stage of experiencing disrespect in a marriage through banter, that's where it started. I need you to reflect on your journey of where you are in your abuse. If you are currently in a situation where you are being abused in your marriage, you need to understand, stop, pause, reflect. Go sit down by yourself. Where are you at in this journey of abuse that you're experiencing? It didn't start here where you're at right now. It started when you go all the way back. It started here. It started when we were having banter. It started when we were having jokes. It started when I tried to be sly with you. Eventually, I got direct. I stopped coming at you sideways. Eventually, now that I have destabilized you, maybe it can get physical. Because I don't have no respect for you already. This is what's going on. I need you to understand this is what's going on in this journey of abuse. It starts here. It doesn't start where it's currently at. It started at the banter. To address specifically what you said before about having needs, all this stuff, and thinking that you need a man to sustain and help you. I'm very much a believer that marriage is sacred. Marriage is something that is done in the presence of Allah, and you are upholding a contract, a written contract, and you're also holding a verbal contract and a soul contract. You have entered into a soul tying contract with somebody. Now the divine is involved. The divine is witness. He's witnessing everything in this relationship. What you do in this relationship is witnessed by the divine. The justice comes from the divine. If you don't have this understanding before you are trying to get into the dealings of marriages, you may find difficulty. You may find difficulty. because you already excluded Allah from your relationship. If you did not look at things from the lens that we are under witness, we are under observation by Allah. Allah is observing our interactions with each other. Allah is observing how I make you feel through my words and my actions. Vice versa. Vice versa. How the female makes the male feel, how the male makes the female feel. Right? We are talking about intentions, because before we get into the intricacies of where we are at in the stages of abuse, of verbal abuse and physical abuse and manipulation and narcissism, before we even go all the way into the terminologies that we have today to define all these different levels of abuse, if you came into said relationship and you forgot both parties, and it happens to be, it's not just one person that forgets. It's not one person that forgets. It's not just the person who is giving the abuse who forgets that they're being witnessed by Allah. It is the person who is receiving the abuse. If you are receiving the abuse, you forgot that Allah is present. You forgot that Allah has put honor on you and with you. Allah has given you honor. If you are in the cycle of receiving abuse, you forgot that Allah is with you. He is seeing everything. He is hearing everything. And He gave you honor, just as He gives everybody honor. How do you hold this honor? It's okay. We all go through it. And it all happens because of what you have been around and what level of banter or manipulation or abuse that you've received through friends, through family, through interactions. Everything actually all adds up to when you get into that relationship and that companionship. Yeah. And if you forget that Allah is there and He is witnessing everything and He is taking, your angels are taking notes. You think that somebody did something bad to you and they were going to get away with it? You think somebody hurt your heart and they were going to get away with it? Did you think, before we even get to them physically abusing you, when somebody hurt your heart, do you truly believe that they were going to get away with it? They don't get away with it. Allah is the most just. And that's a level of oppression. When you receive abuse, it's oppression. That is a level of oppression. There's loads of different types of oppression. That is a level of oppression that you are going through dhulm. Somebody is doing you wrong. Somebody who came into divine soul contract with you is doing you wrong. There will be justice for that. And there will be justice before they leave this world. The justice will unfold onto them in this reality and in the next. It's not one or the other. It will be here and in the next. You might not see it. You might not see it. But I guarantee you it will unfold. So first and foremost, that is the foundation of you understanding that this is where it started. Then continue to reflect. Okay, so this is where I'm at. I'm at this level of abuse here. It started here. So where are my boundaries and what is my understanding of who I am and why I'm here? Allah sent me here for a reason. He gave me honor. He loves me. He's with me. He sees me. How am I accepting anything that is less? It must be because I don't understand who I am. I don't understand what and who I am and where I come from and what Allah has given me, what qualities He has given me. Once you start to understand who you are, when you are in a situation of abuse, you can easily extract yourself from the abuse.